So that's my big thing. My big thing is where's powerlifting headed? What are people doing? Like what's going on? What's the future of this? So I just want to see powerlifting adopt some base. They don't have to do all the crazy shit I talk about. I just want to see people adopt some very basic things. No more 5-hour events. Make events like 2.5 hours max. Right? Make it watchable. Make it enjoyable.
Right.
Make it something where me and my buddies are going to go. We're going to drink some beers. We're going to watch some guys lift some big weights. We're going to get some food. Like, make it something enjoyable. Stop making events have. So here's my big problem. So I'll take what you do, for example. So in the heavyweight class, you'll have a flight of 12 heavyweight lifters. Okay. Outside of lifter like number 4, top 4, none of those guys can win. So quit putting them on TV. Quit putting them on TV. Okay. Put the top 4 people on TV in the heavyweight weight class. Put the next 4 people on TV in the 120. Put the next 4 people on TV in the 105. Everyone else go lift in the morning. Okay? You don't need to be in prime time, because it's like, here's what happens. I watch you lift, and then I got to wait for 11 other jamokes who aren't going to win to lift before I get to see you again. Right? Yeah. It's so stupid. All you have to do is take those people, put them in the morning. You guys can still lift. You guys paid your entry. You get to lift in the morning. The people who should lift at night are the best people. Take the top 3 or 4 in each weight class, put them in one flight, and go crazy. Like, little things. That's such an easy change. It's so easy. It costs nothing. All it is reshuffling things. I would love to see that. That would be huge, because especially for in the full power, it would really, really help. Same thing with bench. It would help, because you could see people. I think you would end up maybe in the same flight as who's the Japanese bencher who's like over 500. That guy.
Yeah.
Like, to have you in the same flight as him. Prime television, man. Prime television. You got him. You got you. You got there's probably a couple other good lifters in there. It would make it way more entertaining. And the people who say, well, what if someone could, what if someone in 5th, could win? Great. In track, if you're in the slow heat, you can still win. There's nothing stopping you from winning. You just aren't in the fast heat. Like, it's the same kind of thing. So that's why I'd like to see powerlifting head. I would like to see more fan experience stuff. I'd like to see more beer at the events. Like, have some fun. I don't know. How about you? What would you like to see?
I think I would like for it to become more mainstream or popular, and I think to do that, they need to introduce some personality. They need to let the lifters do stuff like wear singlets that might say something about them, or have like a walkout song or something, and cut it off before the lift. Just something that people can associate with that person to get a little bit about who they are as an athlete or just outside of the platform.
Yeah. That's a huge thing we talk about in all sports. Obviously, I've done a lot of research into promoting events and stuff. But yeah, people need to relate to people. People need.
Right.
I know Patrick Mahomes has 2 kids. I know his wife's annoying as fuck. Like, I know all that stuff because they talk about it. They talk about, Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift. Like, they tell that story. Like, and I think like that's kind of why we do this media stuff. Like, I want to tell your story, like why, like how you got into this. I want to talk about your training, because like, if people go, hey, I learned about your training. Like, I think that was the most interesting thing I took away from all this was how your training volume is so high. Like, that's an interesting thing. Like, and so I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Like, hey, is he doing 6 sets of 12 with 500 pounds? Like, yes, I'm going to take that. That's he's building his base for future training. Like, now I'm attached to it, right? I'm going to be following along the story. That's what, right. You're 100%. Anything else you want to touch on there?
Another thing I think that's hurting the growth of powerlifting is the federation focuses too much on pushing their name and image out there versus the athletes that make them credible. Like, you don't see the NFL saying NFL all day. They put Pat Mahomes in the media. They talk about Pat Mahomes. They don't talk about the NFL. Same with basketball. They talk about Steph Curry, LeBron, not the NBA.
So,
like, make the athletes make the sport about the athletes and not about the
Right.
federation, and then more
So
people will come.
so that's 100% a major issue. And so the reason the reason I think that's such a major issue is the federations are not about making money, right? They're
Right.
nonprofits. And so the problem with that is when I need to make money, I have to develop a really, really good product, right? Because I have to sell it, right? And so what
Right.
happens is it becomes this thing where all these people are like, they're like servants of the cause, right? They're like, oh, I'm serving powerlifting, and so I should get credit because I'm doing this for free. I'm doing this to
Yeah.
help, right? It's this volunteer thing. And like I see this like this. This drives me nuts because I MC these events. We line up all these referees, and like there's this big thing about the referees, and I'm like, you're getting paid to do a job. Just sit in the chair and do your
Right.
job. Like it drives me nuts. Like I don't need credit. I'm MCing. They're like, I remember these guys are like, oh, you need to say your name. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just the voice. I've never been to a sporting event where the MC goes, yeah, no, I'm Sebastian Carcione, you're MC. No, it's
And
not
I was
about
just
me. It's
going
about
to say that.
exactly. It's about the lifters.